welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud Wizard. We are in the series of AZ 900 examination Azure Fundamental, in which in my previous videos in this series I have discussed with you guys what are the benefits of cloud computing, such as high availability, scalability, elasticity, agility, and disaster recovery. In my previous video, we also covered the topics like what are the difference between capital expenditure and operational expenditure, and we also discussed consumption-based model. So in this video, we are going to basically talk about what is shared responsibility model, what you will manage, and what is the meaning of exactly shared responsibility model. And we will come to know like if you are familiar with cloud from like past few weeks or days or month, you must be knowing the terms like as, PaaS, and SaaS. So we will discuss what is the meaning of as, what is the meaning of PaaS, and what is the meaning of SaaS. We will also discuss the meaning of serverless computing, what is the meaning of serverless computing, and at the end of this video we will identify a service type based on use case. So let's get started. So first thing first, we'll start with what is the meaning of, what is the difference between as and PaaS and SaaS. So let's get started. So basically, as stand for infrastructure as a service. In this cloud service model is the closest to managing physical server. A cloud provider will keep the hardware up to date, but operating system maintenance and network configuration is up to you as a cloud tenant. So this in infrastructure as service, you are going to manage the operating system, you are going to manage the network. The cloud service provider will only be responsible for the hardware up to date. Similarly, if we're going to talk about platform as a service, which is PaaS, in this platform as a service, the operating system is not managed by you. You just have to worry about your application. For example, Azure App Service provide a managed hosting environment where developer can upload their web application without have to worry about the physical hardware and software requirements. In SaaS, you don't have to worry about everything. You just have to worry about, you don't have to worry about anything. You just have to worry about your data. Everything will be managed by Microsoft. For example, Outlook 365 is the example of software as a service. What and as we can see, the different advantages as going forward in infrastructure as a service, there is no capital expenditure. As I discussed in my previous video, what is the meaning of capital expenditure is like user have no upfront cost. You don't have to pay for buying servers, network, cooling system, each and everything. Agility, application can be made accessible quickly and whenever needed. Management, the share responsibility model, will come to this in the coming few minutes. And where there are also like very other advantages like cloud organization can use the skill and expertise of the cloud provider to ensure workload are made secure and highly available. Flexible, as is the most flexible cloud service because you have control to configure and manage the hardware running your application. Coming towards platform as a service, PaaS provides the same benefits and consideration as IaaS, but there are some additional benefits to be aware of. As in PaaS, you don't have to worry about the operating system, you have to just worry about the code. And there is a small disadvantage of PaaS as there can be some limitation to the cloud provider that might affect how an application run. When you are evaluating with PaaS platform, it's best suited for a workload. Be sure to consider any limitation in this area. So what does this mean? Like if you are deploying your application on a server on a PaaS, then you're not managing your operating system. Sometimes it happens that your application may not be compatible with that operating system. So you have to take care of that thing. In software as a service is that central hosted and managed for you and your user customer. Usually one version of the application is used for all customers and it's licensed to a monthly or annual subscription. As example, we have, uh, as I discussed, Outlook 365. It's a software as a service in which Microsoft provides you each and everything. Just worry about the data. In this diagram, it's shown that what is the responsibility which what comes under IaaS and PaaS and SaaS. As you can see that these three things are managed by Azure in infrastructure service, whereas in PaaS as further we go to the SaaS, each and everything is getting managed by Microsoft. You don't have to worry about anything. You have to just worry about your monthly subscription price. So we discussed what is the infrastructure as a service, what is platform as a service, and what is software as a service. Now let me take a time to discuss with you the share responsibility model. So basically a share responsibility security is very important, and who is going to manage your security, whether it is you or the Azure, it's a big question. So this shared responsibility model tells the customer to be very clear that what is managed by you and what is managed by Azure. But regardless of this thing, the following responsibility are always managed by you, like your data, your endpoints, your account, your access management. Like you have to manage your own data, like you have to provide your data endpoints. There should be no system failure from your end, and there should be an account, and who should access what access management will be managed by you. So let me give you the details of this diagram. This diagram has shown the blue color you can see is managed by the customer, and this white thing is managed by the cloud provider, and this thing like half white and half blue will managed by both of you. So as you can see that there are different model like SaaS, PaaS, as and on-premises. As you can see that in on-premise, each and everything is managed by you from physical data center to information and data. Whereas in infrastructure service, you don't have to worry about the physical host, physical network, and physical data center. And you have to just worry about the operating system, network control, application, identity and directory infrastructure, account and identities, device and information and data. Whereas platform as a service, same thing, you don't have to worry about the thing which you don't have to worry in as, but also you don't have to worry about the operating system. In the platform as a service, network controls, application and identity and directory infrastructure is shared, because as you can see these are managed by both of you. Whereas in SaaS, only identity and application and directory infrastructure are managed by you as well as Azure, whereas all other things like application, network control, operating system, physical host, physical network, physical data center are managed by Microsoft, whereas accounts and identities, devices, and information and data are managed by you in software as a service. So we discussed so till now we have discussed in these videos what is the meaning of infrastructure as a service, what is the meaning of platform as a service, what is the meaning of software as a service, and what is shared responsibility model. Now let's discuss about the serverless computing. What is serverless computing? So basically, so like PaaS, serverless computing enable developers to build applications faster by eliminating the need of them to manage infrastructure. With serverless application, the cloud service provider automatically provisions, scale, and manage the infrastructure required to run the code. Serverless architectures are highly scalable and event-driven, only using resources when a specific function or trigger occurs. What does this mean? This means that in serverless computing, you don't have to worry about the operating system or underlying infrastructure. You just have to worry about your code, and your code will not be always running. It will only be triggered by some action or functions. We will discuss serverless computing in more detail as we go forward, because as you can see in this model, we are having terms like Azure functions, and let me show you where is that. Just give me a second. We have Azure function, we have Azure logic apps. These all are serverless computing, which are going to be discussed in the coming videos. So stay tuned with this series, and if you like to know more, like if you want to know about how to create any resources, like if you want to know how to create a virtual machine, uh, how to create a resource group, feel free to check my YouTube channel. And let me show you, I have a bunch of videos on this thing. I have made a playlist on the Azure named Azure Labs, in which I've been discussing with you guys like how to create a resource group, how to create a virtual machine, how to create a web app that runs. So if you want to know along with theory the practical knowledge, be sure to check my channel and subscribe to my channel. It's very important to you guys if you want to know and learn to grow. So in this video we discussed uh, infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service. We also discussed what is shared responsibility model and what is serverless computing. So in the coming video, the next video of this series, we are going to discuss different types of cloud computing model. Like we have public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and we will compare and contrast these three types of cloud model. So till then, stay tuned. If you have any doubt, please feel free to connect with me in my LinkedIn. I will provide my LinkedIn account link in the description below. Feel free to check my LinkedIn account and feel free to connect with me in LinkedIn. As well as also, if you have any doubts, please leave a comment in the comment section, and any suggestion, I will highly appreciate that thing. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.